Yeah, I think the indoor season last year just really set me up. Like I was really hungry for a medal, and I thought I was on the edge of it indoors last year and I just missed. But I think my outdoor season was like catapulted from there because I was like, I'm not missing this time. So yeah, it was a great sort of check-in to see where I was after the winter, and then just sort of set the goals even higher and the standards even higher for myself heading into outdoor.
And Georgia, this time last year, you were working in cyber security, having to beg your way into races. Culminating in you getting married. How are you going to top all that?
I know, it's going to be hard to top last year, I think. But no, I'm excited to have my first year as a professional athlete. Yeah, last year juggling a full-time job and training was tough. It's interesting, Jess, you came fourth at World Indoors. Yeah, so me and Jess both came fourth.
Just rub it in.
Well, no, I came fourth too in my event, so I feel like it's kind of interesting. At World Indoors, we both came fourth, and that really stuck with me, as it sounds like it did for you as well. Like, you not want to come fourth again, and I think that was actually a key race because in Paris, when I was in fourth place, I just found something extra because of that indoor experience. So yeah, it all shapes us up. We want to have good indoor seasons, but I think it all leads up to the outdoors.
Yeah, I heard a few times on a podcast you reference that fourth place indoors, and I couldn't relate more. Every time you sort of bring it up, I was like, I think we had very similar thoughts in the last 200 in Paris.
Can I ask you about the Brisbane Olympic Games? It's still 7 years away. It's been awarded from a long way out. Is that still in your thinking as an Australian athlete, or is that one day to consider?
It's definitely still on my mind. It's interesting, like I think right now I need to look at LA and then kind of reassess. We're sort of seeing careers be longer at the moment. There's a lot of technology involved with the shoes, recovery, nutrition. It's all a lot better for our generation. With just a lot more knowledge out there. So I'm curious if that does extend the lifetime of my career, and I would love to line up in Brisbane. It's a long time away, and I'm in my late 20s now, so it's not typically something a middle distance runner has done, but I mean, if I love the sport as much as I do today in another 4 years and I want to go another cycle, it's definitely a great motivation having a home Olympics.
Georgia, let's talk about what your job was this time last year, because you only quit in the summer. It was anti-cyber hacking, wasn't it? So anytime there was a really bad news item in the news saying a major bank or whatever has been hacked, that was a big payday for you, wasn't it?
I mean, it wasn't quite translated just like that, but I worked for a company where I sold software to basically detect when companies were having a cyber attack. So every time that there is a new incident, it is just reinforcing how important it is. It was a really interesting industry. It was an interesting job. I really liked it, but yeah, I prefer having a bit more time in the day than having to work and train.
Will you go back one day?
Hopefully not. We'll see.
I was just going to ask you, Jess, you're kind of the down under outdoor season is in full swing right now, culminating in Australian Championships. What do? Do you just have to prioritise indoor, or do you do a little bit of each?
I think when planning my season, I try to do what excites me, and I love the indoor season. I think this year's a really long year with the World Champs in September, and if you're not doing things that excite you in the moment, it's going to drag on. So to me, getting in some early indoor races was really exciting, and was a good way to focus through my winter training. I was looking forward to it. I will try and fit a race domestically in through the month of March, because I'm going to go home after Melrose next week and prepare for World Indoors from there. So I will try and fit something domestically in. The sport is in a great place in Australia, so it's really fun to race at home again. And I'll absolutely run our national champs in the middle of April. So yeah, it'll be busy, but I sort of just thought indoors is exciting. I love it. We had a great time racing over here last year, so why not try and make it all work?
Athletics Australia has just rebranded, hasn't it, as Australian Athletics. Genius that was.
Yeah, I think I just loved the sport from the moment I tried it. School cross country got me into it, and then could never have imagined the places it was going to take me. But I think just from such a young age, having good people around me that just kept it fun and kept it light just made me want to pursue it further. And then yeah, just from 2014 was my first international championships, and it's been really exciting to sort of have teammates from Australia make future teams with me, Nina Kennedy and Matt Denny specifically, and I think just having success with each other has like leveled each of us up, and it's just special to share like big time moments with people that have been there the whole way along. I think at the end of the day, like I still haven't achieved everything that I want to in the sport, so I think my goals remain my goals. There's still steps to achieve. I mean, there's still a gold medal out there that hasn't been achieved, and so I feel like I still have ownership over the goal and the times I want to run, just because I haven't reached the highest of heights yet. So right now, they're still my goals. Maybe once you get to the very top, that changes and you feel the pressure a bit differently. But for now, I'm just trying to sort of just stay very focused on like, this is my goal, this is my steps, and this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, it was really fun racing last year, being an underdog, like where you're just standing on the start line feeling so fit, so excited to run, but also no one's really talking about you. Just means you get a bit of a free hit. Things are a little bit different this year, but kind of like Jess said, it's not like I'm sweeping every race I go to. There's still lots of places to go, and yeah, there's still things we want to achieve. So it's going to be more of a mental than physical battle, I think, and just an adjustment.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm lobbying our Australian 4x2K. I want to be part of that team. I think this year is a pretty unique opportunity. I guess if you look at the next 12 months, we have an indoor worlds, an outdoor worlds, a road racing champs, and a cross country world championships. And yeah, I'd like to be a mainstay on the Australian teams. So our 4x2K team, I'm really hoping to put my hand up for that.
My coach is in the room, so we haven't discussed it yet. I'd probably say no. I have a lot of respect for everyone who does cross country. It's very hard, so we'll leave that one for now. I would say kind of what Jess alluded to earlier, but the main thing is you want to be having fun, so make sure that you have a good team, a coach that you trust and respect, and it's very social, and like obviously the training is going to push you and it's going to be hard, but as long as you're enjoying yourself, you'll have longevity in the sport and keep showing up. Like I had a period where I dropped out of running completely, and that was because I was really suffering with injuries. I totally lost my love for it, and now I'm back in an environment where I'm just excited for every day, and that's how you keep people in the sport and can get to a really high level.
Yeah, I think I would sort of say that my advice has definitely changed maybe over the last 12 months, but I think distance running is really hard and it's really competitive, and the best thing you can be is consistent. And I think a lot of the times we see with our junior athletes now, they want it right here, right now, but the reality is that it takes time and you can't skip steps because that's where injuries come in. So if you can just be consistent and stay enjoying the process over time, it might not happen right away, but it will pay off eventually.
And at this point, the empty chair is taken by Olympian and triple NCAA champion Parker Valby.
Thank you. So sorry for the hold up. Mark Coogan took a while today.
Oh, that explains everything. Are you nervous? Professional debut, it's been a little while coming. You've known for a while?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited, and it's super awesome that it's on our home track. And yeah, it's only up from here.
And what would constitute success for you? We've got athletes in the 820s. You're going to have to perhaps revise your personal best if you want to win.
Yeah, you know, just finishing the race would be a success for me.
I wanted to ask you two at the end. You're both famous for doing quite a lot of cross-training historically. You're both in your first full international seasons. Where does cross-training fit for both of you? That's non-running. You've done a lot of it, Parker, as an undergraduate. Is that in the past, or do you still keep doing that?
Oh, I still keep doing it. It's still a major part of my training. And yeah, I think it keeps you really fit while keeping you healthy.
So as part of Team New Balance Manchester, what does your running mileage look like now?
I am not part of Manchester.
Oh, sorry, Manchester.
I am
Boston.
living in Boston.
Team New Balance Boston. What does it look like now?
What is my mileage?
Mileage and cross-training.
Yeah, I just basically kept what I was doing in college, added one more day of running, and yeah, I'm still cross-training most of the easy miles, and yeah.
And you, Georgia, actually cycle more than you run still?
Yeah, I do, but I'm doing less out on the roads to try and, stay safe, so I'll stay on the watt bike for a lot of the time. But yeah, cycling is going to be in the plan forever. It has been for the last 4 years, keeping me healthy, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, I think like Parker, we don't want to change a formula that is working. So yes, running about 35 miles-ish a week, but still doing a lot on the bike as well.
And your Twitter handle is, or Instagram handle is duathlete. How well did you do at duathlon, which is cycling and running? How well? How far did you get in that sport?
So I won the World Championships for the age group, and that was kind of a point where I had to decide after that, am I going to go into the elite section, or am I going to take it a bit more seriously with running, because running was going well. Duathlon is not in the Olympics or any big events, so if it was in LA, I think I would be tempted by that, but I can't move to triathlon. Triathlon's super hard once you add in swimming, so I thought, stick to what I know, stick with running.
How is training at a professional level different from how you were training in college?
Having like those girls to train with that are a lot better than me in the 1500 meters especially, that's been a lot different, but yeah, just having a team and support system here.
With your dad as your agent.
It's been great. I think he's in the back there somewhere. Make sure I got here on time. That worked really well. No, that was my fault. But yeah, no, it's been super awesome, and I'm super blessed to have him as my agent.
Here.
Julio Vasquez from LaSalle University. Parker, we know how accomplished you were in college. What are some of your goals you have for this year as a pro athlete?
You know, I've found that kind of challenging to like make specific goals, because in college it's super easy to make those goals. But just to do my best and continue improving is honestly the goal.